All right, on to race number 7, the second last on the programme, the Class 2, the highest class of the night, with Perpetual Joyance and Zach Burton from Barrier 12 dropping back into Class 2. Line Seeker making his second start on the all-weather. Fight Hero, 4-time course and distance winner. Team Fortune, he's 3 out of 5 on the surface. California Fortune makes his debut here as well. He likes to roll forward. Gunnarson's a Group 2 winner in Australia. This is his debut. Big Time Baby goes up in class. Blocker D does as well. Great Honour makes his debut here. He's a Group 3 winner in Australia. Now with Richard Gibson.
We spoke about the last race being a cracker. This is a cracker in its own right. California Fortune was a big winner 2 starts ago. We know the profile of Gunnarson. You just highlighted it, Andrew. Pavlovsky's a front runner. Jing Jing Win might look to box seat. Blocker D found some form last start. Momentum Lucky is coming onto this surface for the first time, so there's a fair bit of info to work with, and the pace should be solid.
Thought I'd show Gunnarson. He's only 1,017 pounds, so he's not the biggest horse around by any stretch of the imagination. He's had plenty of trials leading into this, and does come here with 2-year-old form in Australia. So, as you say, but one of those 2-year-olds was a Group 2 race. Momentum Lucky, he's by commands, and we've seen that that pedigree go really well on the surface, and it's amazing he hasn't raced on it before. This will be his first start, and he's a horse that always catches your eye in the mornings on it. So he's an interesting runner for me. And Jing Jing Win, you can see he's under a stranglehold here. He's a horse who's got plenty of ability, as we know. Another one that does work nicely here, as you can see on the surface, and he'll be first time under race day conditions as well.
All right, just very quickly on the 2 first starters, Gunnarson and Great Honour used to be called Akator, both of them trained by Peter and Paul Snowden in Australia. So, and California Fortune was as well, actually.
That he was, yeah. Both interesting runners, but race fitness might be an issue for the pair, I think.
All right, let's start with Fight Hero, who surprised a few, not everyone sitting at the desk here, with this win off the back. This has
got to be one of the tips of the season from Paul. We know how hard it is to win from the back. I have noted sometimes during the day it's a little bit easier, but this was a massive run. I still don't think he won, to be honest, but he did, and you selected him, Paul.
Yeah, I quite liked him. I've got him in the numbers again. You can see that's classic.
Surely he didn't win, did he? Did he?
Yeah, good, of course. No, it was close. Classic Emperor running 3rd over a shorter distance, though, and of course he went off to Dubai after that. So good form race. And House of Fun is in good form as well.
Can he do it again?
I've got him in the numbers, but not on a win line. Because I don't know if he'll get... Well, we'll see what happens pace-wise.
All right, OK. Big Time Baby is a winner a couple of starts back. We're going to have a look at his last start effort, though. This was finishing 3rd behind Alma Baby. And again, he's up in class. It gets a bit trickier, but the form of this, I think, is probably quite strong too.
It is, yeah. The win over Superman by 2 in Class 3 was strong, and then 5th behind Hot King Prawn on the turf probably didn't suit him. And then last start, of course, it was a 60 to 85 rating span Class 3, so it just stretched it out and put him against, you know, a few more sort of talented horses. He loves the surface and he's drawn well. He's in for me.
Yeah, I've got him in as well. It's a horse that I've liked roll the way through, and I think he's better on the all-weather.
All right, Blocker D is still a maiden on the surface, but 3 starts. He's finished 2nd, 3rd and 4th, never too far away.
Gee, he's punted off the boards this day. This is over 1,000 metres. He does come up to 1,200 metres here. As you say, he's had... I think Happy Valley is his course. He's been placed on the all-weather before without winning. I haven't got him in, to be honest, but because it's a strong race.
It is a strong race. I'm going to take a little chance with him. Money speaks all volumes. I did have a look back. I reckon his last win was off a rating of 90. He's on 83. He's got a claim. He's on a surface he's performed OK on in the past without winning. I'm going to tip him.
All right, OK. Well, before we get the final selections, let's hear from John Size once more, because he now has this Group 2 winner from Australia, Gunnarson.
Gunnarson, John, he's an interesting horse, 2 from 2 in New South Wales. He's having his first run in Hong Kong on Wednesday night. How's his preparation been?
His preparation's been okay. There's not much sort of complication with the horse. He's got good speed, he does everything correctly, knows his job. So, you know, he's a little bit young and he's not as strong as some of his competitors, but he's been here for a while and I've given him plenty of time, so he might as well go to the races and find out where he is.
Has he shown you that he handles the dirt based on his barrier trials and track work?
I think he sort of would appreciate getting his foot in the ground a little bit. I think the hard tracks is not something that he'd relish just yet. Later next season was a 4-year-old, he might handle them a little bit better. But I think wet tracks in Australia and maybe dirt track here, it might help him a little bit.
And Class 2 for a 3-year-old, not an easy place to start here in Hong Kong.
Very tough, and but it's been well explained to the connections, and that's why I've taken my time with him. So they find it quite difficult, but that's where we are, and we'll have to start somewhere.
And this is where he starts. That Group 2 win, the Todman, was on a heavy track. Great honour as well, his Group 3 win. The Carbine, that came on a heavy track as well. It's interesting to see how they get on, Paul. But who wins this?
Well, I'm going to go with first starter on the all-weather and Momentum Lucky. I'm going to make him a long shot for the meeting. He's by commands. They do like the surface and he works really well on it. And it's the first time on the surface, so we'll take a chance with him to beat Jing Jing Win, who does a lot of things wrong, as we know. But another one starting on the surface for the first time, plenty of talent. And then the Big Time Baby and Fight Hero, I think, will both run well. 8, 11, 9 and 3. You can back 8 each way. He should start about 16 to 1, or you can take QQPs with the other two, 8, 9, 11.
It is an open race, as the market suggests. I'm going to go with Blocker D. I thought his run last start was terrific. Chasing Moment of Power over 1,000 at the Valley's never easy. He carries £20 less. He's never won on the all-weather surface from 3 starts, but he's never finished any further back than 4th as well. So that offsets the no-win factor. Line Seeker, I think, has been set for this race from Paul O'Sullivan. Olivia Deleuze has ridden a couple of nice quiet trials. Big Time Baby, California Fortunes win 2 starts. It goes hard to overlook. 10-2, 9-6.
And Jing Jing Win from a good gate for me, in behind the fast pace, and it should travel and win, hopefully. All right, that was race number 7. Race 8 set to come. It's a good one to finish the programme with as well. Plus all the best bets. That's up next.